Hey guys, today I want to talk about how I saved my startup fund over here in the Philippines. And some of this was also covered my PRA costs and some other things because it gave me all the money I needed when I landed here and I was ready to roll. And it also gave me a little excess, which was really nice. And when I got here almost 6 years ago now, it'll be 6 years this coming March, it was a little bit cheaper than it is now. It's very expensive now. But my money, I noticed, went a lot further back then. And I put excess in. I padded a lot of things when I got over here, but this here basically is to show you how to save up that money and what I did. And some of you guys don't have these things that I have, and some of you do. Most people do have at least a few of these things in here that I have, and some of you don't. So I'm going to go through this. I'm going to go through my 2017 savings, how I saved and what I saved, and my 2018 savings, because each month you have a set amount of money. And some months you have a little bit extra, and most months are just kind of the same. They stay the same basically, but there are 52 weeks in the year, so it kind of gives you extra paydays in there too, because some months have extra paydays in them or what have you. Those are the months that you want to save the most, and you should be saving, and this is what we're going to be talking about here. Anyway, my 2017 savings, I put down June bonus $960, and it was because I received a check from work for $600. I believe there might have been something extra in there, whatever. It doesn't, I don't remember, but it says $600 and then $145 and $70. So somehow I dug up some money somewhere in that month. I was able to weasel. I think it was because it was the end of the year. I was getting some extra overtime and stuff like that. So I put down June bonus, okay? Then the next thing was I put down December extra check. That was towards the end of the year. I got a whole bunch of stuff in here, and it's not necessarily in order, so we're going to bounce around here a little bit. My extra check was a longevity check. It was for $940. June extra payday. That meant there was just an extra payday that month, and that was for my security job. $250. September extra payday, $250. December extra payday, $250. Thanksgiving extra work, $200. Security bonus, $330. They owed me a bonus after you work so many years. You get a little extra check or whatever, and I got it. It was for about $330. My total was $4,753 for savings for 2017. Now I did this every year, so I want you to keep that in mind. This isn't just for these 2 years. I also had money from other years too, already in the bank. Okay. I had 403B and a lot of other stuff. And then I go into 2018. Tax refund, that's a big one. $2,000 automatically went right into the bank. Vacation pay, because I was leaving my job that March. So when I left in that March, I got $2,100 in vacation pay. Sick time, I got $2,200 in sick time that year. 403B savings, $1,422. I guess what I did was I cut back on my 403B in that January, and it gave me that extra money to just put in because I needed it, and I wasn't putting any more in retirement because I knew what my retirement was going to be. March extra payday. I guess it was an extra payday that month, so I got $250. Last payday, $700. I didn't need it because my last payday. I wasn't going to be living in the U.S. anymore. So that check, I put it in with my savings. Security, $550. They owed me $550. That was my last check because I worked a lot of hours, I guess. I had a grand total of $9,222 saved in 2018, and I was only there 3 months. So I mean, that was huge. A lot of that stuff was stuff, like I said, from the tax refund, vacation pay, sick time, 403B savings. It really helped me a lot. And also what I did was when I left, because I wanted to have a little bit of extra and I wanted to have enough excess to set up and have emergency fund, I took $11,000 out of my 403B, which I believe left me after taxes. I wrote here $7,150, but that was just a guesstimate. So it was I probably got more than that. I probably got closer to $8,000 or $9,000, but I'm not sure. Okay, so then I also had my PRA costs on here so I could look at it and know what I'm up against. And I'll read that off too. For you guys that are doing the SRRV and you're going to go through the Philippine Retirement Authority, FBI check, $50. Plane ticket over here, $800 back then. That was also for a round trip, the throwaway ticket. And the reason why I actually got it for $650 from China Airlines, and it was so cheap I didn't even bother getting a one-way to Singapore for that throwaway ticket. I just got the round trip ticket. Said, it's cheap enough, I don't care. PRA fee, $1,500, and that was for the security deposit. PRA fee, $1,400 for the application fee. Hotel, $500 to stay there that week because I didn't want to go back and forth to here where where I live. The travel, I put down $100 to travel on buses or whatever I want to travel on. Food, I put down $200 for the. This is all for the PRA week that I was doing the PRA stuff. And that's not a bad cost. But anyway, I want to throw that out there for you guys to understand that there are ways of saving money out there. You can also, like I did, I had my extra security job, which gave me a lot of money, and some of that money was getting banked also, and saved also for different things over here. But this here shows you, in 1 year, in 2017, I was able to save $4,753 free of all the other money that I had, which was also paying off bills before I left. I wanted everything free and clear, no debt, no nothing before I left. And when I left, there wasn't even this much debt. It was zero. It was a big goose egg. It was zero debt when I left. Over here, I do use my credit cards on occasion, but I use it for big items and then I just pay it off. And 2018, which is the year I left, comparing it to 2017, remember this, it was $9,222. Remember, I had worked at this job for 18, 19 years. It was a long time in that job, so I had been able to manage to save up a lot of vacation, a lot of sick time, and I had those extra paydays and my last paydays. The last payday was $700. Security, last payday was, it could have been bigger or smaller. I just threw that in there. I wasn't sure what it was going to be because I was leaving on a weird day, so it was kind of a smaller amount than usual. My security job owed me $550. That was, I think they owed me some overtime, which I sucked up all the overtime I could before I left. And I told them I wanted to work all the overtime I could because I knew soon I was going to be free. It was like I felt like an emancipated slave. When I had everything paid off, all my debt was paid off, everything was paid off. When I had my plane ticket, when I had all this money in the bank, when I had everything ready to roll, and my whiteboard was just empty. I remember on that last day when my whiteboard that I used to write everything on, to keep notes on, and you guys should do the same thing for you new guys. I remember just looking up at that whiteboard and saying, wow, what a ride. What a ride. I was amazed that I had gotten through all those things that were on my checkoff sheet. It was an incredible feeling, and I'm sure for you guys it will be too. And then when you first get over here, you're on the honeymoon phase when you feel like you feel like $1 million for like a long time. I remember feeling really, really good over here. And then after a while, you just kind of settle in, and it's you still have a good feeling, but you kind of settle in over here, and it becomes your home. Anyway, guys, I wanted to throw that out there today. I thought it would be kind of cool. I found that document, or the picture of that document. I have it in the house somewhere. I still have it, but I wanted to read it off because I found it in my pictures. I was deleting all my old pictures, and I thought it'd be kind of cool. God bless, guys. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.